This is life. It's how we do it. It's how we live. Talked about Big Homie last night. Tell about some problems I had. Just said, she's gonna be alright. I took that to mind. Picked up the pen. When I was coming up, they told me taste the fatty. My mama told me ramen noodles and ketchup equals spaghetti. And back then, that's all I had for dinner. And I remember the lights went out for half the winter. Asked my mama what to eat, she said ham is in the fridge. Damn, it's hard for me to handle this. So sick of these sandwiches. Want some scrambled eggs and grits, maybe even roast beef. I won't sleep if I don't hustle, I don't eat. This is just a part of life. I know that my heart is right. I just keep looking for the moonlight through the darkest night. Take a second to relax, a moment to sit back. Cause even on the days that it's sunny, my city's pitch black and pitch packed. Because that's all that we know, the problems just grow. I hope I reap all that I sow. Until I get a record deal, I'll keep playing the lottery. They lie when they say that's the only way out of poverty. This is just a part of life, just make sure your heart is right. Even though you feel alone and you can work it all night. You can make it out of poverty, sometimes you gotta fight. They told me this is just a part of life. Just make sure your heart is right. Even though you feel like you're alone and work it all night. And to make it out of poverty, sometimes you gotta fight.
Might be that country boy deep down inside of me. Might be that lone wolf, why I'm a rider G. Might be the passion through pain, why made it up the rain. Shit, this might just be life, do you feel the same? Might be the reason I'm dying, just to get it right. Might be the same reason all those nights I sacrificed. Alone, still alone in my zone. Might be the reason I chose music, never knew that you'd be gone. Think it might be the hard road, but this the life I chose. Live like a rolling stone, that gypsy in my soul. Maybe some hard days, might be some lonely nights. You might worry about me, just know I'll be alright. I might just hold it down, hold on for my city, but most likely I'll do it on my own. Cause ain't nobody with me, I've seen some hard times, might see me shed it, yeah. It's got me feeling like, whispering Lord, can you hear?
It's just a part of life, just make sure your heart is right. Even though you feel alone and you can work it all night. You can make it out of poverty, sometimes you gotta fight. That's what they told me, this is just a part of life. Just make sure your heart is right. Even though you feel like you're alone and work it all night. And to make it out of poverty, sometimes you gotta fight. I told mama I got problems, she said give God that. Before dad died he said what goes round comes back. I feel like my whole life ends sitting on tracks. Still stumbling through the dark, searching for missing facts. Sufficient acts of evil may have sealed my fate. Gotta avoid all this money, come fulfill this space. Where there's a will, there's a way. Struggle's just an alias, probation's got me stuck in 100-mile radius. How can I make moves and reach for the sky? How will I ever know if I don't ever try? I ask of my children fuel the flame of hunger. So I wonder when God's gon' pull my number, pull me under, or release me to the heavens. Within every hardship, hidden is a blessing. Ring with depression, suppression makes it worse. The complexion of recession makes me wanna take it first. This is just a part of life, just make sure your heart is right. Even though you feel alone and you can work it all night. You can make it out of poverty, sometimes you gotta fight. That's what they told me, this is just a part of life. Just make sure your heart is right. Even though you feel like you're alone and work it all night. And to make it out of poverty, sometimes you gotta fight.